Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday morning meditation. I'm so glad you're all here. Meditation gathers energy and power when we meditate together. This week, Neda is going to lead us in meditation, and then we'll have 20 minutes silence. And after that, we'll open it up for sharing, questions, joining, whatever comes to you, and we'll end it at 10:45. So everyone's on mute except for Neda. Over to you, Neda.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Um, yeah, I would just love to start this meditation with a little music to guide you into the silence more deeply. So, if you feel like it, you can close your eyes. You can start by giving a few big sighs. And for people who ever did a voice liberation session with me, you can really do this on a great sound like this. And one more. And we invite the Spirit to look together with us. And everything that is ready to be brought to the light, it is ready to be lifted. So just observe your mind, see what thoughts, what feelings did you brought to this session. You can give them some extra space with your breath. We just welcome all of them in. Maybe thoughts about how you slept or how you should have slept, or things you still have to do. Just let them all be. And we'll step back and let Spirit lead the way. Let the love within us lead the way. And we join our minds here together for the purpose of remembering who we truly are. To have a day filled with beautiful encounters where we can practice remembering who we are, remembering who our brother, who our sister is, remembering who God is. So you can set an intention for yourself for this day. What kind of day would I want today? A peaceful day, a happy day, an inspiring day. And just hand that intention fully over into the hands of the Spirit as we remember that when we do not make any choices by ourselves, but we just let the Spirit lead the way, this is the day we will have. This is the day we will experience. And if at any moment during the day we feel an upset coming up, then we can just remember to choose again. And today will be a happy day. We take upon our function of being a happy learner, of knowing that we do not have to feel guilty for learning, but that we can learn happily without guilt. So before we go into the 20-minute silence, I'll just let out a few sounds, and you can join me if you feel to. Just see whatever wants to come up. And if you feel to listen, that is fine too. But if you feel to join, you can just let out any sound that feels comfortable for you, that wants to be released this morning.
Okay, open your eyes slowly and come back into the room. And we have 20 minutes left for sharing, comments, questions. And please, if you want to ask a question, you can do the reactions button at the bottom of your Zoom screen and put up a hand, or else you can just put your hand up and I'll unmute you. Who'd like to share? I'll get in there. I just want to say, Neda, I thought that was beautiful. What a wonderful way to lead into meditation. The music was wonderful. And it's so nice to use the voice with meditation. So I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And I would like to also say that I felt so moved, really, really moved during that meditation. So thank you so much. The music was beautiful. Your voice was beautiful. Thank you.
Lynn, would you like to say something? Hi, Lynn.
Yes, thank
you. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you. Neda, thank you so much for that. I also found it very moving. And as we did the sounding, as you did the sounding, and I tried to follow you, it really made me laugh at the sound of my trying to follow you. And that just brought such a kind of a release, you know, because I haven't laughed for a while, and it just reminded me how healing laughter is. But even after a while, instead of trying to follow you, I kind of then arrived at my own sound, and that also brought a lot of tenderness and gratitude. So I just want to say thank you. I loved it.
Thanks, Lynn. Yeah. John.
Yeah, thank you, Dan and Teresa, and thank you, Neda. That was beautiful and wonderful. And what I felt was the kindness, the gentleness, the tenderness, and the power, the strength. And it was so beautiful because it's a great reminder that we can be tender, we can be gentle, we can be soft, we can be kind, and be incredibly powerful. And that all came through. Beautiful, really wonderful experience. And also the thing that kept, funny enough, a line kept popping into my head. And it was from, I think, Desiderata. It said, remember what strength or what power there is in silence, just one line. And so reminded me of that. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Anyone want to have a comment or a question? Terry, take yourself off mute.
Thank you. Is it Neda or Neda?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, you're on.
Sorry,
you're on mute.
Let me fix it.
Oh, I was on mute. I didn't know I was on mute. Well, in Holland, yeah, everyone always says Neda. And I don't know, somehow when I speak English, it just turned into Neda, and then people call me Neda. So it's like, whatever you feel. If you want to say Neda or Neda, it's all fine.
Okay, I think I prefer Neda, actually.
Sure, go for it.
But yeah, like John, you know, I like the word that John used, tender. You know, it kind of invited us, your voice invited us into the silence. And the thought that came to me was, will she sing like this when I'm dying and I'm going down a tunnel? Could I have somebody like you just, being there and kind of, I don't know, there was something primordial about the sound that you were creating. And when you invited us at the start to join in with you and see what sounds started to come up. I started to do that, but then I stopped because I just wanted to immerse myself in the vibration that was coming from yourself, Neda. And it kind of, I felt it was cleansing me, if that isn't too strong. It felt like, you know, it was a pure vibration and it was beautiful. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I instantly trusted you, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Just
thank you,
the
Terry.
purity of your sound, it was just incredible. I'm part of I love music, I play guitar, and I'm part of a project near where I live in Middlesbrough called Streetwise Opera. And we use music to work with people who are homeless, who've got drug addictions, who might be um, kind of asylum seekers, or people on the margins of society and stuff. And we find that music's a universal language, isn't it? You know,
Yes,
we can break
definitely.
down barriers, you know, because we all love music, and wouldn't life
Mm.
be really dry without music? So I'm really bowled over by, you know, your presence this morning. Thank you, Neda.
Thank you, Terry. It's beautiful. Yeah, and if anyone didn't know yet, it might be people that don't know. I actually made a album 2 years ago. It's called "The Light Has Come," and it's solely made out of Course in Miracles workbook lessons. All the lyrics come from different workbook lessons. So if anyone doesn't know this yet, it's just such a beautiful gift, I feel, to the world, and especially to Course in Miracles students, to just have the message of the course run through your mind all day. So yeah, it's something really, really powerful, to take the course lessons with you in your car while you're driving, or yeah, whatever you're doing. So you can get this on my website, nedaboin.com. Maybe someone can put it in a chat for me. And it's also everywhere on Spotify, on iTunes, on all of those things. So yeah, if you didn't know, now you know.
Neda, would you like
Yeah.
to talk about the work that you've been doing in prisons?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because Terry was sharing a bit about that. It made me think of my work in the prisons as well. I've been teaching in juvenile prison now for about 6 years. And it's for an organization called Young in Prison. And what I do is I teach songwriting. At least that's what they call it. But of course, for me, it's just I'm teaching innocence. I feel that's why I'm there, to just remind them of their true innocence, and that whatever they did or think they did, that they cannot change who they truly are. And yeah, music is like my little undercover tool to say, like, yeah, we're gonna make music and we're gonna write a song. But it's just a way, like Terry said, it's a universal language. It's just a way to connect and to get into their heart and to make the connection. And for me, the prison work is just really, just a beautiful opportunity for myself to really put to practice everything that the course is teaching, to see my brother as innocent. And in a place such as a prison, it's such a, for me, like an extra powerful backdrop to truly practice that. So yeah, it's been very helpful for my own mind training, to do that kind of work. And I really see all of those boys as, yeah, my greatest teachers, to be honest. They really inspire me and teach me so much. So yeah.
Thank you, Neda. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyone have a question or a comment? Raise your hand.
Is that Ali? Ali, do you have a question? Or were you just...
Hi, it's Ali here. I joined a little late. I'm 5 minutes in, but so I just heard the last of what you were saying, Neda, and then the beautiful sounding. So special. So pleased to be here and experience this joining of the Course of Miracles with music. it feels so powerful. I'm actually doing a sessions with Chloe Goodchild, which is called The Naked Voice at the moment, and we've got a huge group of about 600, but it's such a lovely platform to just bring out what's there, you know, what's hiding, or what's needing to be expressed through sound, through music. And I'm just so thrilled to be here this morning. I'd love to know more about you, Neda, actually, and how you come to where you are right now.
Thank you. Yeah. How did I came here? I took the spirits train. It was a stop train. Stopped many times. No. Well, my music that really started very early. My mother is a professional violinist, and I really started making music very young. I always felt, yeah, just very drawn to making music and to sing. But yeah, just maybe in a nutshell, it was first, yeah, just a journey of, yeah, wanting to be successful and using my voice, especially to want to change the world. I think that's what was really my path. I was very active in doing volunteer work in Africa and doing different projects in India and Africa. And it was, yeah, I wrote songs about women's rights and about, stopping HIV and AIDS, and, for people to wake up. And yeah, there was this real like force underneath of it. Like, I need to change the world, and I need to make this world better. I need to make this a better place. And even though it might have seemed very honorable for such a young girl to be interested in those things, there was a deep sense of guilt also for me underneath of it, that and knowing, the desperate knowing that whatever I would do, it would never be good enough, So when the Course in Miracles came on my path, I was, I think, 20 years old.
Wow.
And the moment that I read about, seek not to change the world, but seek merely to change your mind about the world, that was really powerful for me. And I started to more and more see that the world is actually not outside of me, but it's actually an outside picture of an inward condition. And I started to just, yeah, see more like, for me to actually be truly helpful in the world, I think I'm way more helpful if I'm in my right mind, and if I'm actually perceiving with true vision, instead of perceiving the world and my brothers and sisters in it as lacking and as needing and as helpless. Instead, I started to learn, like, that I'm way more helpful to take back my projections first, and to heal all of that which I thought needed to heal in the world, to heal that within myself. And from that point, still do whatever feels inspired. I still love to travel and do these beautiful volunteering projects and work in prison. But now it just becomes a platform for me not to helplessly try to fix everything outside of me, but it becomes a practice to just, yeah, practice true empathy and seeing the Christ in everyone I meet. And that transformation also translated in my music, that I now see that the songs that are coming through me are not really about wanting to wake up anyone, and wanting to change anyone, or wanting to change someone's mind state, or it's really just, especially the album that is coming up now, Remember You're Dreaming. I'm currently busy with a new album. It's just really songs about my own authentic healing journey, and I'm just sharing my own pain and my own realizations and my own just my journey, just very vulnerable. So I also see that in the music, it's just started to change from outside to inside. And I also see that, I think it's so helpful for people, because that's the reactions what I'm getting from people when I'm just vulnerable and when I'm open to an authentic experience. Then that also offers other people to join in that, and to also it gives that safe space of knowing. I see that in prison a lot also, like they just know when they're with me that I'm not judging them, that they're safe to just be. And from that place, it's so easy to get into that miracle mind state. It's so easy to actually get a glimpse of, oh, but I actually am love, and I to actually use my music for that, that does really put like the cherry on top of the cake, to hear people say, like, just as all of you here now, that to say like, oh, I got an experience, I got an experience of that love. And I'm getting that so often, and that's, for me, that's the real goal, for people to actually listen to the music and they get that experience. And it's because I'm having that experience myself. I'm sharing my experience of, like with The Light Has Come, I have this beautiful mini documentary on my YouTube page where I share about the journey of making this album that has all of these Course in Miracles lyrics. They just came through me in like 2 weeks at a point in my life where I never sang about God. I was had a very strong reaction towards Christian terminology. I didn't want to use those words. I didn't want it to be seen as a Christian or a religious person. So I put all the songs away. So I'm sharing my journey there on how I was actually even in The Voice of Holland on, the big TV show with the chairs, and I was singing live on television for millions of people. And it was actually there where I fully realized, like, oh man, no, this is not my path, And it was there where I fully said, okay, yes, Spirit, I'm in. Whatever you have in store for me, I'm in. And from that point on, a lot of things just started to shift and move up until the point that these type of sessions, what we're doing right now, is actually becoming very regular in my life, and it feels very joyful. And I'm invited to a lot of beautiful Course in Miracles gatherings and festivals and workshops where I can just use the music to extend the love of God and to give people an experience of that love, instead of just like a mental understanding, but actually for them to feel it. And that's also what I use voice liberation for. It's just, we got a little experience of that, to just use the voice to, I see Anne is nodding, because we had a beautiful voice liberation experience in Mexico, where Anne was just glowing like a little girl after our workshop. But yeah, we use the voice to just really get a deep experience of who we are, and to release everything that is ready to be released. So yeah, I think that's a little bit of how the shift happened, and where I'm now. So yeah, I hope that answered your question a little bit.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was absolutely exquisite to hear. Thank you so much. And such inspiration, and such a blessing. Yeah, it was all very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie.
Catherine, would you like to? Oh no, okay. Well, we've come to the top of the hour. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. And please take yourself off mute, and let's extend our love to each other and to Neda. That was a beautiful meditation.
Beautiful session.
Amazing. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Love
Hell
you.
with our heart.
Bye.
You should be on.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Beautiful day.
Bye.